Hello, this is an introduction to the Panasonic AVCCAM, which is the main camcorder that we use here in the media suite. This will be a bit of a rough and ready guide, but it will be functional. So we have two of these, okay, and they're normally set up on tripods within the media suite, which makes it very convenient for members of staff to use. If you've booked them, they will come with plenty of recording time on the memory cards, and they will also either come with fully charged up batteries. Alternatively, we can have it set so they are plugged into the mains for you to give you a longer running time. They're normally set up on tripods for you, ready to begin your filming. Okay, so this one's an empty tripod because guess what? You've guessed it, I'm using the other AVCCAM to currently record this little guide. The main thing that you need to do when you're going to use these is to power them up. Okay, and to power them up, there's a little switch around the side here. Okay, I'm just going to turn this around so we've got a bit more light on it. Fantastic, so here's a little switch here. Okay, and we move this switch from off to on. So you press down the little white button, light comes on, we've now got power coming up to the monitor as well. Okay, and then to begin recording, press the little red button. So if I press the little red button, it's now recording. To stop recording, I press the little red button again. Okay, you'll hear a quiet little beep, but to know for definite that you're recording, if I now press the little red button, what you'll see is that at the moment we've got a little kind of pause symbol on here. So this is recording is paused. I'll press the little red button, it changes to a little red dot. Okay, little red dot, that now tells me that this camera is now recording. And if I want to pause the recording, press the little red button again and it stops. And guess what? If I press again, it will start recording again, and so on and so forth. So to stop the recording again, I can press the little red button, okay, and it will stop the recording. Fab. Okay, so always use that visual check, because sometimes you will forget to press recording. So whenever you're about to record something, get your subject into shot, get everyone ready, make any preparations that you need to do, and then start your recording. I recommend, if you're recording something that's going to be edited, even briefly, and most things will, is that you start recording and then give your subject a clear indication that you're recording. So I start recording and then I normally go 3, 2, 1, and then I normally clap my hand. And this is very helpful if I'm going to use more than one recording, because we use the audio tracks to synchronize the recordings to simplify editing. The audio sync in the software we've got these days is very good, and so it should normally work simply from the audio recordings, but a bit like when they used to use a clapperboard in the movies, if I go 3, 2, 1, and then normally I clap my hands at this point, it also gives me a nice clear visual spike on the editing track if there are any problems when the software comes to analyse the soundtrack to try and line tracks up, etc. It also then gives the people you're recording, a clear indication that you're now filming them. Okay, so what else do we need to be aware of? You can see through the viewfinder here, and it's very useful. Okay, you can toggle on and off various things, and one of the things you'll see at the moment is that this is kind of recording the sound level. So as I'm talking, you can see the little spikes in the sound level here. And what's really useful as well is if we give you, these come with headphones, so sometimes the headphones are attached and sometimes they're in a bag. Listen through the headphones and you'll hear if there's any background noises, traffic noises, aircon, etc., because that way you'll hear what the camera is hearing. Okay, talking of sound, we recommend, normally we do have external microphones that you can plug into them, but to be honest, The microphones that are on the front of these, they're stereo mics, they're really good quality these days. They will give you a really good recording in most environments, especially if you're working in the media suite. If you borrow these cameras and take them out and using them in classrooms, etc., what we recommend you do is place the camera as close as you can to whoever you are filming. So if you're recording students or staff, or you've got a guest speaker, the temptation might be to put the camera somewhere and to zoom in, but actually place the camera as close as practical to the person you are filming, and that way you'll get much better audio. And funnily enough, it's poor audio which distracts people rather than poor video when they're watching videos. Okay, if you turn the camera on and go to begin recording, and there's a blank screen here, don't panic, it's almost certainly that you have left the lens cap on. Okay, so these camcorders come with a lens cap, and we put them on to protect the lenses. So just check, if you turn it on and the monitor screen here is all blank, it's very possibly got the lens cap. So just squeeze these gently, remove it, put them down somewhere, and once you're finished working with the camera, please put the lens caps back on to help protect the lenses. Okay, what else do you need to know? Right, well, let's turn this off for a moment. And one thing to note is, if you have left the camera in standby for a little while and you come back to it, you may find that it's powered itself off. Okay, and this is just kind of battery saving mode, in which case you can simply turn it off and turn it back on. So turn it off, turn it back on, and then it will power up again. Okay, so after a while, if it's powered up but no recordings are being made, it'll turn itself off just to save power. Where are the SD cards? So the recordings are stored on SD cards, so these storage cards, and there's a little flap on the back, and these cameras come with 2 storage cards. Okay, so it may be you can remove one of them and go and put it into the computer to read what's on the card. It may be you have to remove both of them and just see which card it has recorded onto. Okay, this is partly depends on how many old recordings are on the cards, etc., etc. But please, if you do remove these cards, remove them carefully, look after them, hold them carefully. Okay, they are fragile, and these are also very large capacity cards. Okay, 250 gigabyte. Okay, these are expensive cards, so please look after them if you do remove them. If in doubt, check with me, and I can always come and, when you finish recording, come and take the cards, and we'll bring them over to one of the computers, and the cards go into, we've got SD slots where we can put them in, and then the computer will go, aha, there's a new storage device attached, and it will display the contents of the card. Okay, so that's the basic guide to these cameras. Just a note on the tripods. They come on tripods, and the tripods are set up in such a way that you can move around the cameras, or move the cameras around. Okay, and there's a little bit of resistance, but it should be that you can move them and then it will hold in place. Okay, that's how we've set them up for you. You can adjust the settings, so the vertical movement. Okay, if I turn this gently, we can slacken off, okay, or tighten up this hold. Okay, please do not force these, just move them gently, see which way it wants to go, and that will tell you if it's been fully adjusted one way or another. And in terms of rotating these, okay, again, there's a little adjustable thing, switch on here. Just move it gently and it will adjust the amount of resistance. They do come on tripods, and we can remove the cameras from the tripods if you need to. We can loosen this catch here, and then I can pull it down. Okay, and now if I were to lift the camera would now come out. Okay, but I'm just going to tighten that back up so it keeps it nice and secure in the tripod. Normally you won't need to remove the cameras off the tripods, but there you go. I hope this rough and ready guide has been helpful.